Yo, what's going on, guys? I just realized I forgot to start my other thing. God damn it, I gotta start the chat now. What's going on, guys? We'll give everybody a couple minutes to get in here. We'll get everybody started. We're gonna open up all of my Tyranids tonight. So I can't see the chat right now because I forgot to start it. So I'll start the chat in just a couple minutes. But if you guys are seeing this for the first time, we're gonna be opening up all of my McFarlane Genestealers tonight, and then we'll also go over quickly my JOYTOY Tyranids that I've picked up over the past, I guess, year and a half that they've come out with these. So we're going to go over these, and then we're going to add them to the collection wall. We're going to figure out where we're going to stick them, so that should be fun. And then all of these McFarlane figures, if you guys have followed any of my reviews, you know I absolutely hate opening these things up. So I have a pair of wire cutters to help me get through the absolute torment that I'm going to be going through with my fingers as I'm trying to take these figures out of the metal twist ties that they have these things attached to. So we already have a couple of them out. This is from a while ago when I had removed these figures, and we have a couple custom figures. We have the artist proof one, which was painted up by an awesome painter that I know. He's actually a Tyranid fan. So we're going to go through him. We'll take a look at, and then obviously we're going to open up all of the rest of the Tyranids. I actually have the new one that came out last year. I believe it was Target exclusive one with a better paint job. But all of these are in the High Fleet Leviathan paint color. So we're going to bust these out in just a second. What's going on, OP? What's going on, Recon Rage? What's going on, dudes? All right, so I'm going to put the phone down, and then, what's up, same time? How many of those do you actually have? I have, so I thought I had more. I thought I ordered, I bet you there's somewhere, I put the rest of them somewhere. I only have, I think there's 30. I think there's only 30 right now. I'm positive I thought I bought close to 50, or at least like 40 something. So I'm sure that the other ones are somewhere around, but for the time being, because we have the 2 ball Predator tanks coming pretty soon, and I know that Recon Rage is waiting for his. But once we get those, I'm going to turn the entire diorama over. Where's the camera? Here it is. Oops. Let's do this back. Blah. We're going to turn this entire diorama. We're going to change this out, and we're going to make it a battle of ball. So all of this sand is going to be swapped out for red kinetic sand, and the backdrop is going to be set up as a battle of ball drop backdrop. So yeah, and then I'm also going to use all of my original JOYTOY, all the 40k figures that I have of the Blood Angels, so I'll be setting up those too. What's going on? So send me one. Dude, the Genestealers are awesome. Yeah, you got a box hidden somewhere. That's what I think. And then because I'm really can't wait to bust these out. So these are all the Death Company figures, right? We got Grimaldus coming. So I have all of these. Oop, we'll get it into the camera there. But we have all of these, and we're gonna bust these out, and all of my other Blood Angel figures, which actually are not even in the display. So where do you get them? Amazon. I actually bought, so if you guys want to be able to, well, let's do this. If you guys want to be able to pick up a whole bunch of these figures, especially the McFarlane figures, go on Black Friday to McFarlane's store, and you can pick up, I don't know if they have any more of these, but you can pick up McFarlane figures for like $2-3 on that day. So again, go to the McFarlane's official website on Black Friday. That's what I did. I think it was 2 years ago. Then I got all of these for like $2-3. This one obviously I just bought last year. This was the new one that came out to Target. Actually, you know what's that's interesting. I forgot about that. This figure came out, the Ymgarl Genestealer, which is the upgraded version, which has all of the parts of the standard Genestealer and the upgraded one, which was right here. This is the artist proof one, and this one was painted up professionally by an awesome painter. So you guys actually might be able to go on McFarlane's site on shit, on this Black Friday, I might be able to pick up a bunch of these. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'll do that. But yeah, so yeah, Lamarties, yep. So, but yeah, if you want to pick up a bunch of easy, cheap Genestealers, and these are awesome figures. Like, this is probably the pinnacle, in my opinion, of McFarlane's figures that they've ever made. I love these figures. So, what's up, Neo? So, yeah, I love these figures. I think they're awesome. So, so tonight we're gonna try also something else. I have a new Amazon Fire Pad or tablet that I'm gonna try to use to follow the chat with instead of my laptop, because laptop's a little big and bulky. So yeah, so we'll try that tonight. We'll see how that works. I think that's gonna work out fine. But yeah, so this should be fun. Man, dude, the collection room is coming along, dude. Look at that. Dude, and what's funny is I never would have set this up if it wasn't for you guys and I wasn't doing this YouTube channel. I would never have set up an entire collection room like this. So, and it's not, I'm not even, I would say I'm probably about a little more than halfway done, but I have so much stuff coming, dude. I got so, I went a little bit crazy thanks to GT with the sale on, what was it? Oh man, what was this? What's this name of the site? AliExpress. So AliExpress on 11/11 had this huge sale, and I wound up picking up 8 of the Thousand Suns. So I'm collecting the Thousand Suns, and then I wound up picking up a couple more. I picked up the 2 androids from the Mechanicus that I needed, so I got those coming. I got some more figures. We got the brand new figures coming also. So, and then, dude, my 2 Bal Predator tanks, and then I have either 10 or 20 of the standard Blood Angel Intercessors to go with them. So I got a ton of stuff coming. So, what's up, the October children? What's up, WraithMace? Sick freaks. Dude, yeah. If it wasn't for you guys, and you see that in the back there, you see that? Let me get the camera. Let me get my head out of the way. In the back there, we got the Emperor. Oh my God! Apparently, I can't move my head and the camera at the same time. I'm just gonna show you, screw it. So I moved the Emperor into his temporary spot. So Emperor Mankian, he tried to stick all the Custodies in the top level, and then moved Kaldor Dragor and Valdo all the way down to another level, because I have enough room in my Grey Knights display to just leave the top level for the Emperor of Mankind and Valdor and the Custodies. So I'm thinking that's probably what I'm going to do. So, all right. So in the meantime, let's get this set up. We are going to. Oh, by the way, if you guys ever, so I'm a huge Punisher fan too. I got to finish setting this up, but this is my Punisher display. So, and there's my one Hot Toys figure I have of the Punisher. This is the Punisher War Machine. So, oh, and by the way, yeah. So see what I was saying? I don't collect Ultramarines, but apparently because of the Space Marine figures, I do. And what's hysterical is, right next to there, we have the original Space Marine 2 figures of. So I have doubles. I have absolutely doubles. So, yeah. So very impressive. I'm happy with what I got, but I think I'm gonna drop out of the Ultramarine Space Marine 2 figures. I think so. Oh no, it has begun. Yeah, dude, I think, like I said, I think I'm gonna stop collecting the Ultramarine figures. So, but yeah, so let's move over to the display. Is Amazon not doing Black Friday sale? Dude, Amazon's definitely gonna be doing a Black Friday sale. But again, what I was saying was, if you want to get the type of sale that I did, just go to McFarlane on Black Friday and you're gonna get a whole bunch of stuff. If they have that special edition for Target that came out, and they have them in bulk, then you guys are gonna be able to do the same thing I did. So, but Black Friday we'll be having some crazy sales. I actually got, I think all the Mechanicus figures that I still need. I put in my checkout cart just in case those go on sale for Black Friday. So, all right, so let's get over to the figures. Let's start unboxing this. Because we got a lot of work to do tonight. Got a lot of figures to get through. Trying to figure out the best way to do this. All right, so that's not too bad. If it's too far away, then I'll bust it out. Dude, can you guys actually see me? Yeah, you can see me. Jesus Christ, I got so many of these goddamn figures. So, I have a new pad here. Let's see if I can use this to follow the chat a little bit easier than my laptop, because the laptop I'm constantly like bending down to do this. So let's see. Nope, we don't want to do that. There we go. Oh, and I can hear myself. Don't like that. We want to turn that off. There we go. We turned off the that, and then where is my chat? Let's see. Oh, you know what? I don't think on the tablet you have the option to see the chat. That sucks. I'm gonna have to mess around with this. Not right now, but yeah. It looks like I'm gonna start up my laptop so I can see what you guys are saying, because I don't have the phone near me right now. So. Alright, so anyway, oh, this blows. How is the chat not here? Is there an option that you have to set for this? This is bullshit. I'm gonna have to bring this back. Alright, so I'm gonna switch over to my laptop. We'll just do it from my laptop so I can follow the chat. And then we're gonna open up all of these Genestealers up, so... There we go. I'm gonna try to bring this over a little bit. And I got a nice garbage bag because I'm gonna have so much garbage from all of these McFarlane figures. What's hysterical with the McFarlane figures is you guys have heard me complain about all the metal twist ties that I'm gonna have to get through. But see, I'm smart. I brought pliers tonight, so. Let's see, we got this here, there's that, there's the chat, let's see, la la la, that's what I wanted, that's the pop-out chat, there we go. I'm not really liking it. Yo, what's up, falling upwards? Failing upwards, ha, ha ha, I remembered your name, see, So yeah, so we're gonna start this. This is actually set up very precariously because if you guys have the JOYTOY Tyranids, you know how hard it is to actually get these guys standing. So for me, it's a pain in the ass to get these guys up. So I'm sure that you guys know the pain of trying to get these figures standing, because I cannot get them standing. I'm actually thinking of installing the magnets in the bottom of their feet, kind of like I did with the sisters figures and the Cadian Astra Militarum figures, as well as the Krieg figures. I think I'm going to do the same thing with these figures, just because it's such a pain in the ass to get these. I actually think if they didn't have their tails on them, they would be much easier to stand. So let's see if I make this smaller. Alright, cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to move all of these all the JOYTOY Tyranids out of the way, and then we're going to start getting, actually, you know what I'll do, I'll stick them over in the diorama, because we're going to move that anyway. Maybe I'll take some pictures also at the end of the stream. So, but we're gonna move these figures out of the way, and then we're gonna start getting to unboxing all of these figures, and then we're gonna stick all of the figures that were unboxed on the table together. So that should be fun. And then these figures over here, and then this was the artist proof. This one you can still get on Amazon for like, I don't know, a couple bucks. Actually, I think it's 16 bucks. So Black Friday, I would expect this one to go on sale. So this is somebody asked me in the when I posted the screenshot, these are the two. This is actually the same figure. This one was pro painted by a High Fleet Leviathan Tyranid fan. He did a great job on this, and I actually want to have a painting competition between Neo and Mr. Lone, where I'll buy you guys 2 of these, and then you guys can paint up the artist proof and give me, I'm only gonna make out from this, whoever is the best one, then I'll give you a gift card for, I don't know, 50 bucks for Amazon. So I think we'll do that. We'll do a painting competition. If you guys are up to it, if you want to, we'll do a painting competition. I'll send you each to your house via Amazon 2 of the artist proof Ymgarls, and then you guys paint them up, and then whoever does the best between the 2 of you will throw the pictures on Instagram and YouTube community, and then the winner will win $50 gift ticket to Amazon. So, and then we have another contest that's going on too right now. It's just a voting contest to see out of the MK3 armors which one you guys like the best, because we just had a day ago 7 legions come out with the MK3 armors. So, and we already had the Iron Warriors come out with that MK3 armor previously. So this is just kind of a catch up for the other legions that that can have it. You know, it's actually interesting. I have never had a kind of a standard Blood Angel trooper like the MK3 armor. So this is going to be interesting. I like a standard looking, you know, trooper for Horus Heresy. I guess the MK3 armor is going to be it for them. So yeah, so I'm going to pick up, I think with the Blood Angel ones, I think I'm going to pick up 4 of those. I'm going to pick up 2 of the Sons of Horus figures. And then I'm going to pick up, what am I going to do? I said 2, 3, well, 2, 4, 2. Oh yeah, and then the new thing that I'm collecting, thanks Lone, is the 1,000 Suns. And not the 1,000 Suns of 40k, the 1,000 Suns in 30k. Because those figures, man, dude, I don't know if you guys seen them in real life, in person, but the reds on those are absolutely amazing. They do look like Christmas, they look like Christmas ornaments, which kind of plays into why I'm gonna do like a review on picking up all those figures, because it's Christmas time. So when I get them, we'll do a review on that. But, and by the way, this is probably my favorite JOYTOY Tyrannid figure. The ones with the weapons are okay, but this is definitely my favorite one overall. This is the best Tyranid standard, like, trooper figure, or, you know, High Fleet Leviathan figure that they came out with. I think this is a really awesome figure. And then we got the little tiny ones. Oh, this dude, these are such a pain in the ass to, this guy actually lost his arm. I have to fix this dude's arm, so I have to heat this up. They sent me a replacement part for it, but I have to fix this arm up. So alright, so we're almost done here, and we're going to start busting out. These are the Warriors. I didn't actually pick up the re-release of these figures with the Space Marine 2 figures. So this was the very first release, and these are awesome. I think the newer release is a bit of a darker color. I believe they're still the same white, bone white High Fleet Leviathan, but I think that, oh, I think it's the swords actually. I think these are darker than the new ones, the re-release of these figures. I think they're a brighter red on the re-release, is what if I'm correct. So, and again, these are awesome. I purchased 2 of these, so we have 2 of the warrior figures, and then we'll just throw him here. And then this is really what we're looking at tonight. We're looking at a whole bunch of these Genestealers. And again, you've seen numerous. I actually did a review, one of my very first review videos, on this figure and the painted version. But other people, other reviewers like the Foosh and everything who've gotten these figures previously in the past have had nothing but positive things to say about this. In my opinion, this is the pinnacle of McFarlane's figures that they've come out with. So, all right, so let's move these also over. And then I guess we're going to start with the new Target exclusive version of this figure. And then we're going to go from there. And then we'll start cutting the boxes and getting the rest of these things open. Oh my god, dude. I have so many of them already over here. And these are a little two little ones. I don't know if you guys... Do we have fans? I know Lone is a fan of the Nids, but I don't know if anybody else really is. So this is going to be the first one we're going to open up. I'm actually interested in opening this one up because I haven't opened this one up yet. I've opened all these other ones up, which we're going to leave here on the side. And I'm just going to move them so you guys can actually see me. And as we're doing this, the custom looks better than the regular releases. I know. Tell me about it. Alpha Legion MK3. Yeah, the Alpha Legion looks awesome. Until my Dark Angels arrive. What's up, Cyber? We're back and go see if I've got any McFarlane figures on Amazon, dude. You should. Dude, these are great. Again, hands down. Once I got one of these, and I saw that nobody really was going crazy to pick them up. And they sat on shelves for a while, and then they started to go on clearance. Once they started to go on clearance, I made the executive decision. I was like, yeah, you know what? On Black Friday, if they have a bunch of these figures available, I'm going to try to pick them up. And then they had a couple on Amazon. They had some on Big Bad Toy Store. There's another place you can go to see if they have any of these figures available, especially on Black Friday for sales. But then I don't know what it was. I think I just Googled the figure's name, and I got the McFarlane website hit. And I'm like, oh, I didn't know he sells directly from his... he has a website that he sells directly to consumers. I thought everything was through distribution. But I was wrong. And then, like I said, I went to his site, and then I picked up all of these. So this one here... This is the, actually, let me move the camera closer. There we go. I think that's good. Yeah, that works. Then we'll move it back farther later. But this was the Target exclusive one that came out. I want to say this came out last year. And this had all of the Ymgarl parts, so it had the bladed parts, has some nice artwork on the back. But this was a little bit hard to get, because I remember when it came out, I went to my Target store and they did not have it in stock. Oh shit, that's right. These figures do not come with their arms installed, so I'm gonna have to install their arms. Oh, I didn't realize that they come actually with a card. Ymgarl Genestealers. Genestealers are renowned for their ferocity in combat, armed with diamond-hard claws and humanly fast reflexes. Telepathy between the broods allow them to function even outside the range of the hive mind. They are an insidious force that seeks to spread its sentence to other planets, mutating in ignorant populations whenever they're found, or wherever they're found. By the time the innocent realize their fate is much too late. So this is pretty cool. The other ones didn't come with cards. So I guess that's one of the reasons why it was a special edition. So, oof, just the Genestealer for set. Wow, $70, dude. Wow, the Necron flayed one though. Flayed one goes hard. Yeah, the Necrons are actually, yeah, it was a Target exclusive. This was a Target exclusive. This figure. So this one came out. Actually, the articulation is really nice on this. It's very smooth. But this one came out, like I said, about a year ago, I want to say. And this one, it's the paint job. It has more. It has much more of like a wash on it, more of a pink wash than the other ones have. You'll see when I compare the two. And there's some extra parts here. I thought this came with an extra head. But this is the Target exclusive one, and yeah, so these are a little bit of a pain in the ass to get on. Dude, actually can't believe this one does not have any twist ties. I have to stop bad-mouthing the McFarlane figures for this. This does not have any twist ties. Oh god, I only have held to deal with the other ones soon. So, alright. So we're going to pop the arms on this. I really hope that I don't have to get my, my heat gun. Oh, that's what it does. Okay, so top piece. Oh my god, dude, these parts are so sharp. Oh my god. Oh, what the it's so sharp in here too. I don't remember this being this sharp on the other figures. Alright. Pop this one in. Yes, I know you guys are, I can feel you saying it in the chat. Stop being a little bitch. Alright, so this is the Ymgarl Genestealer. So this is the interesting thing with this one, and why it was made a special edition, was because this head sculpt only came with the artist proof, right? And you can still get the artist proof on Amazon right now for, like I said, I think it's like 17 bucks. Those are the ones you're going to want to keep an eye out for them to go to big on sale for Black Friday. So it's not going to be obviously the Genestealers, just because they haven't they've sold essentially. Let me bring this camera up a little bit too. Where are you? Oh, right here. There we go. I think that's better. Yep, that's better. Alright, so make sure I got my garbage bag here. Alright, so again, this was the special edition that was only, well, it was Target exclusive, that came out, I guess, about a year ago. Maybe a year and a half ago. Yeah, I think it was in the summer of 2024 that this one came out. So, and they were limited. There wasn't as many of them as like the stack of Genestealers that I have next to me. I think in my Target we only got 2 of these specific figures. So I don't think that we got more of them. Now the cool thing about this compared to the Genestealers is he has swappable bladed hands, right? So you can swap these out. I like the top claws. I think what I'm gonna do is swap the actual hands out, and we're just gonna swap these on. I will give this really good McFarlane really good credit. These hands and everything pop off so easily. So easily. And the sculpts on these Genestealers, dude, absolutely amazing. Again, McFarlane kills it with any type of alien or monsters. So again, this is actually really cool. Very cool. So here we go. This is 2 blades, and we got the 2 claws on the top. And oh, this is really nice. I really love the wash. And then we'll compare. There's a little bit of wash on some of the other ones, but not as much that's on this one. This one, the wash on it is absolutely awesome. Compared to the other ones, this is absolutely killer. So this one we're gonna leave here. You can't stand up here. We'll leave his extra hands. And these are good stands, by the way. You can use these for your JOYTOY figures. The smaller figures, the peg is gonna start to hit the bottom of it, so you're gonna get a little bit of a gap on this when you're trying to stand the figures on it. But the big Terminator figures that have the longer hole on there, those are perfect for. So, all right, so we got through the enjoyment phase of this unboxing, because this is easy, man. This is awesome. I gotta give him credit for that one. What's up, Vaz? What's going on, dude? That pink wash isn't awesome. Isn't awesome? I think you meant is awesome. So now we're gonna start. Oh, God damn it! All right, I have my knife and my pliers. So here we go with the absolute terror of opening up these figures. Yeah, I don't know. It's so funny, like, I guess these are what, about 3 years apart, 2 years apart from releases. And the packaging is just, this is the worst. This is why I didn't open up these figures. Also because I didn't really have a space for them yet. But, oh my god. You know what would be awesome is if these ones don't have, you know what, actually? These don't have the metal twist ties. That's awesome. That's so awesome. Okay, so all I need to do is clip the there's little plastic twist ties on these parts. It's not the normal metal twist ties on the figures. I don't know if you can see in there. There's just the plastic twist ties that are holding the parts on. So this is actually going to be much easier, oh thank god, than I imagined. Also, I'm not going to be keeping these boxes. I keep my JOYTOY boxes, but these I'm definitely not going to be keeping. The one thing that is a pain in the ass is each of the figure stands is like taped. It's not taped on, but it's like, oh god, this will be, well, actually it came out pretty easily. So we're gonna have a bunch of these stands. I have a bunch of these already just from the other Genestealers that I had opened. Let me grab a little box to put these in. La la la. Let's see, where do we go? Oh, here we are. I have to clean this up. I think we'll do this on, when we do that Christmas stream for you guys, we'll throw all of these in here. Okay. La la la. But dude, there's so much stuff coming. So much stuff coming for reviews and everything, dude. So much fun stuff that's coming. Failing upwards, I kind of like it. I've never had metal twist ties on my McFarlane figures, the rubber ones. Yeah, I think, I'm trying to remember what it was, what figures it was that I had the metal twist ties. Shoot. Maybe it was some of the, because I did get some, I have one of the Chaos McFarlane. Somebody bought me that for Christmas. Maybe that was the one. But I remember them having metal twist ties on their figures. So, alright, so we're going to cut these twist ties off. And we're going to get through this. This is going to be a lot easier than I thought. This is so much better. Alright, so again, well, we got another twist tie. Oh, it's around the body. Alright, so at least I'll remember this now. By the way, does everybody have a cool knife for their unboxing stuff? This is a Zombie Tools. I forgot what this one's called. I just had bought this, I guess, maybe a year ago? But this is awesome. This is a cool punch knife. It's only bladed on the one side, but Zombie Tools, if you've ever bought a knife from them, this is such a cool knife. This is one of my favorites. Alright, so we got his feet undone. Alright, how many of you guys in the chat actually have this figure? Do you guys have any of the Genestealers from McFarlane? Or did you guys pass on these just because you weren't a fan of McFarlane figures overall? Again, I'm not a big fan of their figures, but dude, their monster figures... You know what, actually, you know what, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I'll pick up the Necron. Because I do want to get McFarlane Necron, JOYTOY Necron figures, if they ever re-release them. Which I would assume they're going to do. Man, I'm getting so many plastic pieces from here. I would assume they're going to do. I would assume they're going to re-release those Necron figures. I don't know if those Orc figures that they did resale on were reruns or they were just extra stock that they had lying around. Excuse me. So, alright. Very cool. And then I'll show you guys the two colors really quick here between that one, the Target exclusive, and this one. Thank God these are going in so easily. Alright, so here we go. So this is one of the standard Genestealers, and again, there's a very, very faint wash on this figure. Not like this figure. This figure, there's a way much more pink wash on this figure than compared to this figure. So you can see the difference. But again, if you can, listen, if you can grab this figure, I 100% like absolutely recommend picking this figure up. This is a great figure. Again, the only problem with it is it's a Target exclusive, so I've only ever seen 2 of these in the wild, and I've never seen them outside of that for sale. Even at conventions and stuff like that, I've never seen them really for cheap, or for actually anywhere just lying around for sale. So I just use my X-Acto blade from my work. Cyberrat, I either use a box cutter or a bench-made pocket knife, whichever one I have on hand at the moment. LOL. The McFarlane figure I have is a SOB. Cool. Well, dude, I am... Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm glad I'm doing this with you guys, because this would have been very boring. At least I have you guys to talk to while I'm doing this. But my plan with all of these Genestealers is, and my other JOYTOY Tyranids, is to do a huge battle of ball. So I have 100 pounds. I have 100 pounds of sand of each of the different colors. So this one, I have red kinetic sand. I'm going to do a battle of balls. So planet ball, the planet ball where the Blood Angels are essentially from. And we're going to do a diorama of it, and I'm going to start setting it up in preparation, because I have my 2 Bowel Predator tanks coming. At least they're supposed to be coming. They were supposed to, the shipping on it shows that it's supposed to be in October, and I'm not going to be upset about it, because we get stuff so fast from JOYTOY. I mean, shit, those new MK3 figures that they just announced, dude, the date of release of those figures is supposed to be November 2025. We're in November 2025 right now. So unless we're going to get them this month, I don't know what's going on. So let's try. We got to cut these little pieces. Hopefully I don't cut myself tonight. I got enough figures to get through that I might. But yeah, we're going to do the Battle of Ball. I have all those extra Intercessor figures to open up, so we'll do that. And then I think what I'll do is I'll stream, just like this, we'll stream the live setup of that diorama. And we'll do it the same day I get the Ball Predator tanks. So we'll do a collection, we'll do a review from the collection table of the Ball Predator tanks. Then we'll move them in here, and we'll finish setting up the diorama for them. So that'll be fun. And then I got a whole bunch of Intercessors to open up as well. So, alright, so we got 2. Actually, these arms are, for some reason I expected these to be much stiffer joints on these figures, but they're not. This is a bit of a pain. I don't know why you need to have 2 twist ties on this. I think he learned the error of his ways when the special edition figures didn't need to have all of this extra stuff on it. Oh man, dude, there's gonna be so much stuff in here. There's gonna be so many parts. Let's see. So yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the Predator tanks. I thought we would get them by now. And I know Recon, you're thinking the same thing. I thought we would have received them by now. But when we do get them, I'll be very happy. Did I put the wrong hand on the top? Yes, I did. Whatever. I have so many of these, it doesn't matter. Maybe a little bit difference won't hurt. Oh, God damn it. I feel like I'm definitely going to poke myself in the hand just because I have so many of these to do. Oh, my God. Okay. I definitely am gonna be bleeding tonight at some point. Hopefully it's not bad. hopefully it's something that I can deal with. By the way, my son was in here before, and he was just hanging out, and my wife had called him, and he was supposed to be in bed, and he ran out, and he tried to go underneath the area over here, and I have these wooden shelves sticking out a little bit. Oh my god, he blasted his side. Oh my god, and he has this huge scrape on his side. I felt so bad for him. And then when he was he was crying, I was holding him in my arms and I was bringing him upstairs, and he was crying, and he was like, he blamed my wife for him getting hurt. He was like, it's your fault. You yelled and made me come. And so I ran into it. Oh man, dude, I feel like I'm gonna, on here, this part right here, these two edges are super sharp. And so as you're putting the shoulder in, your finger just goes up against it. And so this is why it's taken so long, because I'm trying to make sure I don't like poke myself in the hand while I'm doing this. But I feel like I need to put more pressure on this than I'm doing to get this in. Yeah, I absolutely need to do that. God damn it. I have so many of these to get through. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. I'm so... Oh my god, what is this? So yeah, so tomorrow night we're gonna do... We got some more Space Marine 2 to do. We got some stratagems to complete for the week. And then Saturday night we're going to do my first painting stream. So we're gonna do it from the collection table. And it'll be the very first time that I'm painting the figure, or putting together miniatures and painting them. So yeah, so god damn it, this one just doesn't want to go in, to be honest with you. And we're gonna leave him on the side, and we're gonna move on. I'll get back to that one in a second, just because I have so many of these to get through. So yeah, we'll have a nice huge diorama for all these figures very soon. And then shit, man, what do we got? I got more. I got another Blood Angel, 2 more Blood Angel figures coming in. We actually 3 with Lamarties. So we got Lamarties, and then we have the Sanguinor, and then I have 1 missing Sanguinary Guard, which I didn't for some reason pick up. I think it was the one without the spear, and so I didn't originally order that one. So I just ordered it a couple weeks ago, and that's on its way. I have like, I think like 10 different things being or on the way to be delivered, dude. I have so much stuff that's going to be coming in. So you guys are going to see a lot more of these pop-up reviews and live streams, just so I can get through this stuff, because I don't want to have a quote-unquote pile of shame for my JOYTOY figures. I had that for a little while, and then I got through it. And then we have the, what do we have? Iron Warriors on the side, and Iron Warriors, Blood Angel, Intercessors, and the Thousand Sun figures. So I have all those sitting on the side in boxes. The Thousand Suns are just waiting for the rest of the Thousand Sun figures to come in. Then we'll do a whole blowout Thousand Suns. We'll do Magnus. You'll see the extra head I have for him. And then once Perturbo comes in, then we'll do the Iron Warrior figures. So that will be a really fun unboxing and stream, because I've been looking forward to getting Perturbo. So, and then the only thing I'm waiting on Perturbo also is the extra helms from WOG Toys. Did you guys get any of those extra helms for Perturbo? I think there was there 4? There's 4 that they released. So I know that I picked up 2 of them. But I didn't pick up so I have 2, and then they also came out with other helms for the Iron Warrior figures too. Those I didn't pick up. But once I get actually, you know what I didn't realize? The Iron Warriors MK3, I think it's the MK3 armor figures, come with extra helms. So that's really cool. I wonder why they did that. If there was a specific reason why they came out with extra helms for those on those figures. And we'll cover that when I do the unboxing and review of those figures live with you guys. So, yeah. And then last night we did a stream for... I have 2 levels left to do on Battle Sector Deeds of the Fallen. And if you follow any of it, you'll understand that the strategy that I'm playing in that game is just a wall of iron. So with this, you get to use the sisters in this expansion, or I guess it's an expansion, DLC expansion, but you get to use the sisters. And so previously I used the Blood Angels. And with the sisters, I decided I'm just going to make all armor division units. That's what I'm going to base everything around. And I've wiped everything out, right? I've had a nice wall of iron moving up. So I have, I think it's 4 or 5 of the tanks. I forgot what the names of their tanks are. But I have 4 or 5 of the tanks. I have like 3 or 4 of the rhinos. I have this really annoying missile organ tank that it's the weirdest thing, dude. Like you'd think it would do better at range, like it would be like an artillery type of machine, but it's so weird. Like you want to be close, like there's a certain range that you want to be at to do it. And so yeah, I was very surprised that it's really annoying. By the way, my lights just went out here for a second, which is why there was a weird pause. I think it's because I had... I think I might have blown something. That's weird. Nope. Alright, well, I think that the lights are on enough. Right? You guys can still see. Let me see. Yeah. I think I blew a switch. I'll get to that in a little while. But yeah, anyway, going back to the Battle Sector game, I was cruising along on level 11. I think there's 12 levels total, and this one goes in nice. I was on it yesterday with no problem. I've had no problem at any of the boards. I've been blowing through them. I think Cyber was on the stream too. He was watching me. And all of a sudden, I get to a certain point. I think I have 20 Xenos to finish to kill on that board. And then, see, this one actually fit on nicely. No problems with this one. Very nice. Nice and easy with this figure. Now I'm pissed. I want to go back to this other figure. Fellow Angel of Blood. Oh, very cool. What's up, Rob? Rob117. Oh, god damn it, dude. This one is not going in. And I'm not even afraid of getting hurt anymore from the spot. Oh, yeah. I'm gonna have to heat this one up. This one's gonna need to be heated, so. Alright, so we got 1, 2, 3 so far of them. We got 1, 2, 3. Well, 1, 2, 3 of the standard, and then 1 of the other ones. So very cool. But anyway, going back to the game, all of a sudden the orcs, because that's who I'm fighting, orcs and Tau. All of a sudden they started doing, strafing runs on my tanks and my artillery and my entire, like, they didn't do that the entire 11 levels. So all of a sudden they started strafing me, and they started wiping. They actually they destroyed one of my my tanks, which has never happened, which hasn't happened on that game yet. So it was very disheartening that I actually lost one of my armored units. So right, let's pop this. We'll get you. I think I got 2 here. I think I got 2. Yep, there you are. I'm so happy these are not metal twist ties. I thought for some reason these were going to be metal twist ties. There must have been a reason why that I thought that. I think it was the... Oh, you know what it was? I think it was the DC figures. I think it was because I had gotten a couple of DC figures. And maybe that's what reminds me of them having metal twist ties. Maybe from the early stages. Maybe they did have early metal twist ties in there. That McFarlane Target exclusive, though, had no kind of twist ties whatsoever. It was just the package held everything nicely, and there's nothing like this. There's no extra work to be able to get the thing out. So, very cool. There we go. And there we go. Alright. Trying to make this go quicker, dude. Oh my god, I have so many of these left to do still. Alright, let's see if we can get this arm in. Yep. Pop it in. And we'll pop this one in. Oh, come on. Do not do this to me. I wish that these figures didn't have arms to pop in. So weird. Maybe if I use the ground to be able to pop this in. Yep, there we go. I'm gonna try that on this other one that I did not have. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move that. I'm gonna move that light a little bit in a second, just to give more light on this area. Oh wow, this one is stuck. Come on. There we go. Yay! All right. Pretty good. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we'll leave the 5th one over on the side because this was the special edition one. So let me try to move this light over here a little bit. There we go. That's gonna be better. Oh yeah, much better. Much better. All right, so yeah. So this was, again, just testing the light. Yep, this is the special edition. All right, let's keep going. I do have a question as someone who does have the tabletop. Why would you buy JOYTOY instead of models? Just asking. So Rob, the reason why is I actually got into Warhammer 40K because of the JOYTOY figures. I actually didn't. It was a combination of the video game and the JOYTOY figures. I was a collector of action figures and stuff like that. And then when I saw the JOYTOY figures come out, and then Battle Sector came out, I was like, all right, let me give this a shot. Let me see what these are like. And that's how I got into Warhammer. Was from not from the tabletop, was from the JOYTOY figures. So for me, like, I have a very unique perspective. I also have a 6,000 point plus Grey Knight miniature army for the tabletop, fully pro painted and everything, because I'm a huge Grey Knight fan. Even though I'm wearing Blood Angel stuff right now, I went to New York Comic Con this year. It was a Grey Knight, etc., etc. But I have a very unique perspective on it because, again, I've only been into Warhammer probably really since 2000 or 2001, right when COVID started. And yeah, so I got in from liking the JOYTOY figures. So why I'm saying I have a unique perspective is I feel bad for you guys as far as miniature guys, because if you look at a JOYTOY figure, right? Let's take Mortarion, for instance, right? Mortarion just came out with the JOYTOY Horse Heresy, or no, I'm sorry, the 40K Demon Primarch version, right? It's 180 bucks. Okay, it's huge. It's literally like a 6-inch figure. It has articulation. The paint job on it is right below Golden Demon level painting. Like, it's absolutely amazing, the paint apps and the paints that they do on these. That's $180. Now, if you look at the miniature for Mortarion, it's $180. So, in the miniature, you have to put together. It's maybe a quarter of the size. It's not articulated, and it's not painted. Now, I know that's a very unique circumstance, but across the board, the minis, the price is just absolutely crazy. So I feel bad for you guys, because it doesn't make any sense that the JOYTOY figures, which are by far the superior product, costs almost, you know, you can buy miniatures are almost, it's about maybe 3/4 of the price of one of the JOYTOY figures, or half of the price of a JOYTOY figure. You're talking about something that's this tall, isn't painted, and isn't articulated, and isn't even together in the box. That's the crazy part about it. So for me, and I'm looking at my war, I'll show you my cred. I'll show you right now. I purchased this. I'm going to be putting together these and painting these up just for the hell of it. So I have this, right? I'm a huge Grey Knight fan. We'll try not to get the glare. But I bought this, right? So I have the Sanctic Conclave. So I have the updated Nemesis Dread Knight Grandmaster version, right, with the weapons and stuff, even though it's really not that great. But so I have the miniatures, but it's just crazy because if you look at the prices on this stuff, I think that thing cost me like $300-400, and it's just, again, I could have bought a number of JOYTOY figures for that, especially if I would have bought from like AliExpress, or if GT or OP is on here. I could have gotten like 20 figures for the price of that miniature pack. So for me, the JOYTOY figures are always going to be the main draw. I'll enjoy the miniatures and I'll collect the miniatures, but the main thing for me is going to be the JOYTOY figures and the video games first. So I hope that answers your question. So that was nuts last night, and you started out well. Dude, yeah, it was crazy, man. It was crazy on that game last night. I don't know where the hell they got strafing units from. I don't know if that's supposed to tie into something with the Tau in Battle Sector, right? Because I've already fought the Tau, and I have a funny feeling that that level 12, the last board on that story mode, is going to be the Tau. So, yeah. Let's see. Where are you? You know what's funny about this is the twist ties are clear, so they're a bit invisible. Let's see. Got that out without having to cut it. I think I can get some of these out now without having to cut these twist ties off. The arms I'm definitely going to have to keep cutting. But yeah, I mean, going back to what I was saying with the miniatures, I've talked to Sam Manatera. I've you know, it's crazy the price on the miniatures compared to like the JOYTOY figures. I can't get over it. It's absolutely crazy. I feel bad for you guys buying the miniatures, because, dude, I don't mind spending money, but shit, man, like, I understand that it's a game piece, but man, Games Workshop has got you guys by the balls with the miniatures, dude. I would be, oof. Again, I buy some of the miniatures really only for the Grey Knights, and again, I have a full chapter army, and I know in 11th edition the rumor is that we're gonna get, Grey Knights will get a full refresh, but man, dude, the prices on the miniatures are crazy. Absolutely crazy. Man, that's a big army. I've got one from Space Marine 2 and started my Blood Angels army in March of this year. I'm at 3,000. I'll probably get the Sanguinius JOYTOY one day, but that's all from me, dude. That's why I have, I'll show you right in a little bit. I have the Sanguinius JOYTOY. This entire side of my display is all of my Blood Angels. I actually don't even have my other 40k Blood Angels on display from the very beginning when the JOYTOY figures came out. I actually have those on the side, and I have two Ball Predator tanks about yay big, which are going to be coming in probably the next month, I would assume. And the whole point of why I'm doing this with the Genestealers is I'm going to make a huge diorama right behind here, right behind the camera, and I'm going to use about 100 pounds of red kinetic sand. I have regular sand set up right now, and I'm going to make a battle of balls. So all of these Genestealers, about my 50 Genestealers that I have, as well as my JOYTOY Tyranids, I'm going to make a huge diorama setup and take some pictures and have a blast with it. So, and I'll film it all live with you guys. So if you're a Blood Angels fan, Rob, you're definitely going to want to be, you're definitely going to be interested in following some of this stuff. Also, as a Blood Angel fan, did you play Battle Sector? Because, dude, that game is awesome. If you're a fan of the tabletop, Battle Sector is probably like the best video game version. I know there's Tabletop Simulator, but if you want like a video game, like a fun, not that the tabletop's not fun, but if you want an action-oriented version of the tabletop, Battle Sector is your game. And it's all, the original storyline of it is all based around the Blood Angels. And that's actually where my love of the Blood Angels came from, was from Battle Sector, because they explained the whole lore really, really well. Within the first 5-minute intro, they explain almost everything about the Blood Angels. And we got here, so what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 6 Tyranids done. We have, I think, another 1, 2, 3. Jesus Christ. I have another 13 to go. Oh my god. But again, if you're a Blood Angels fan and you like video games, definitely check out Battle Sector. Battle Sector is absolutely awesome. Again, that was the game that originally got me into liking Warhammer and liking the Blood Angels. So, and then it transitioned from there. I picked up one of my favorite games of all time, which is Chaos Gate Demon Hunters, and that's where my love of the Grey Knights came from, right? Go figure. And they had just JOYTOY had just started coming out with Grey Knight figures. So my first main loyalist chapter, right, a chapter that actually existed during the Horse Heresy, my favorite is the Blood Angels, and my favorite chapter that's not necessarily, you know, favorite chapter overall is the Grey Knights, right? But second is definitely the Blood Angels. So I'm a huge fan of the Blood Angels. I'm actually pissed because when JOYTOY originally came out with their figure line, I think it was in 2019, they had the attack bikes and the attacked ATV, and they never came out with Blood Angel versions of it, which makes absolutely no sense, especially the bikes. The bikes should have come, they should have made Blood Angel versions of that. The Blood Angels got no vehicles. I think it was Black Templars, of course the Ultramarines, the Imperial Fists, and White Scars. It makes sense for the White Scars to get it. And I think that's it. I don't think the Dark Angels got any of the bikes. But I'm still pissed to this day. We never got the attack bikes for the Blood Angels, and that makes sense completely from their lore. They should have those. So Emperor Protects. Yo, what's up, nobody nowhere? Not yet, saw it yesterday, I'll think about it. Dude, yeah, Battle Sector is awesome, dude. If you're interested, definitely pick it up. Battle Sector is tight. Yeah, dude, Battle Sector is awesome. Too bad there isn't a Swarm Lord, so you could do a diorama with Dante and the Swarm Lord, dude. Don't give me ideas. I'll probably commission somebody to make me a Swarm Lord. But yeah, well, either that or hopefully JOYTOY. I mean, not by the time I do my diorama, but hopefully JOYTOY comes out with more Xenos figures in the future. We're starting to get them to trust that they can do other models and other type of figures and not just Space Marine figures and make money. When they originally first came out with the line, we had Necrons, we had Orcs, they even came out with Tau pretty early on, and because those figures didn't sell extremely well, we haven't gotten anything, any other Xenos, right? So they've gone back to their safe spot, which makes sense, right? Because people were very hungry for Space Marine JOYTOY figures, right? Because we had never gotten anything like this before. And even me, I'll admit, like when I saw the Orc figures, I wasn't interested in them. The Necrons were interesting, but they seemed a little bit flimsy, and I didn't really know the lore behind the Necrons. So now I think if you re-release Necrons, or you come out with new models of them and you re-release the old ones, I think Necrons will do really good. Orcs, I think, will do well too, but I think the ones that they originally came out with were from, now I understand, they were from the Kill Team version of Warhammer, right? So the models were kind of like thinking on their own. They weren't like the Choppas or the Burner Boys or anything like that. They weren't like the crazy kind of orcs that we know. And they were kind of like, it didn't fit. And so those figures, again, those figures also didn't sell well. So again, I hope that hopefully this year they'll start to come out with more Xenos figures. God damn, I'm starting to put holes in my fingers in these figures. But I'm hoping that they'll do more Xenos figures, especially because we just got the 40k Death Guard, right? We got Ymgarl this year. We got Imperial Knights, which you can't see, but it's part of my collection here. We got all of this stuff. And so I feel like JOYTOY is starting to get out of their safe zone with Space Marine figures and start to do other type of models and other figures as well. So so many of us have said we want a Swarmlord figure. Yeah, dude. I hope again, hopefully 2026 for JOYTOY is really them, because they've refined their Space Marine figures. They've gotten them down pat. They know exactly what they're doing. They know how they're doing the articulation. So they've gotten down their this is odd. This is the first time this has happened. A leg fell off. But they've gotten down their Space Marine figures 100%. So hopefully we'll see in the next year them come out with them going away from their safe zone, right? And we know what their safe zone is. Their safe zone is Space Marine figures. So hopefully we'll start to see that. How did this pop off? How did you pop off? Oh, god damn it. I think I know how this goes on. See, this is the only problem with getting so many of one figure, is you're bound to get the the factory defects. Oh man, how's this leg going to go? If I look on this one, we're going on the inside of there. Oh, it goes like that. Okay, I see. See if I could pop this back in. This one might need to be heated. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to heat this one up. I want to break the other leg. I never had this happen before. Oh, did I get it? I got it back on. Oh, came off again. This is a weird one. I wonder if something is bent here. It went back on. So I'm going to show you the camera. Oh, it came off again. Yeah, there's something funky here. On that joint, that red joint, something is weird. So, alright, I'm going to leave this to the side. I'll move on to some of the other ones. See if I can just get this on for the time being. Yeah, I can get it on, but I can't really move the joint. So, I bet you it's because it's been in the box so long that the, I don't know. Something happened. Alright, so let me get the other arm on here, which is always the biggest pain in the ass. There we go. Alright, so this one's leg is messed up, but we got this one done. So we got 12 more Genestealers to go through. This is like a Guinness Book of World Record or something doing here. I know it's not, but shit, this feels like it's a lot of figures. feels like it's a lot. If there wasn't so much work involved in opening these up, it would be better. So, fun fact, Dante used an attack bike to strike through a temple through the Nids to be taken over, so attack bikes would be cool. Dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, attack bikes, it makes no sense that they did not come out with attack bikes for the Blood Angels. Also, the Blood Angels are the second most popular JOYTOY sold Space Marines. So, like, we have not... I'm trying to think, what did we... So, outside of us getting the Ball Predator tank, I don't think we've gotten any... No, we didn't. We haven't gotten any vehicles. We didn't even get the war suit that the Space Marines, that the Ultramarines and the Space Wolves got access to. There was a war suit that came out early that you could stick a Space Marine figure in, and the Blood Angels did not get access to that. They did not get access to the ATV. They did not get access to the attack bikes. So it makes no sense that they never came out with that. Forgot, well, I guess the Black Templars kind of make sense. White Scars make sense. The Imperial Fists, I feel like you should have done Blood Angels before, definitely the Imperial Fists. Who else got them? Ultramarines, god damn it. The Ultramarines get everything. So that makes sense. Ultramarines get everything. So, oh, this is very interesting. Huh. I'm going to show you guys something interesting. I have a weird paint scheme on this one. Wow, this is interesting. He has all red paint. Let me get him out of here and I'll show you. Very cool. So some of these are uniquely painted. Or maybe I got a special edition that nobody knew about. Where is the... Here it is. I swear to God, these things are hidden. I also don't want to, like, cut the figure. Oh my God. So check this out. I can get this leg out. Look at this. So they forgot, this isn't, here's like all of the figures. Oh, this is weird. Wait a second. What the hell? Is this just missing the carapace? Look at this. Look at the two figures. These are exactly the same figures. I have never seen this back piece like this before. I'm trying to think if this is just missing the carapace. No, but it's not. Oh, maybe it is. Let me see. No. This is weird. Look at that. Look at that. This is the weird one that I got. And this is all of them the way they look. This one and this one. Let me get it in the camera. That's crazy. Let me get his arms on. He is really red too. Wow. He has almost, well, he has a tiny bit of purple paint. He has no wash on this torso. This piece here looks like they put all of the paint on there. That's interesting. Older mold. It's cool how the bikes don't special. McFarlane Fairness usually state it's a... Is this an older mold? The Space Hulk newer mold, the covered carapace, the last edition Genestealer, and the special edition carapace holes. Interesting. Because I've never gotten this one before. And then all of my other ones have the top carapace on here. So this is the... I guess this is... You're saying this is the original version of this figure. I've never gotten one of these. I'm trying to look at the other ones that I've gotten too. Even the artist proof, which is the grayscale, right? He's got the fully sculpted carapace back. right? He's got all the ridges on his back, and then this one doesn't, right? So that's interesting. I've never gotten, in all of the other Tyranids I haven't gotten it. Oh, he doesn't even have the paint on the front of his head. I didn't realize that. That's the other thing. The other ones all have the purple paint on the front of the head. This one doesn't. This one just has, this is very naked looking. I almost feel like it's not, I would have said that this is just a mist paint app, but this is a completely different sculpted piece on the back compared to all of the other Genestealers that I have. So this is cool. Hopefully this one doesn't mess up. Not the figure the mold is based on. Oh, the older Genestealers had that. Oh, cool. Very cool. Yeah, this is interesting. I've never seen, have you guys come across, I've never seen that there was another, I would have looked for this if I knew that there was another mold of this figure out there. I have never seen this. So now I have an extra or a different molded Genestealer figure that I had no idea that I had. Very cool. And his claws are definitely, well, he doesn't have the paint app on the forehead. Really, it's that back carcapice spot for the, like Chris is saying, or Night Trap is saying, the older model for from Space Hulk. So very interesting. All right, so let's get his hands on. This goes up top. There we go. And this goes here. Oh my god. There we go. Dude, yeah, this is cool. Look at that. For a unique, different mold. This is definitely going to be the only one in my collection that has this. Cool. And a very unique paint sculpt, too. Again, he has... This is the 99% of all the Genestealers look like this. And then there's this one. Cool. I know I'm making a bigger deal about it, but come on. I got a whole bunch of these goddamn things to open up. One of these this will make me happy. It's so funny too because this is the special edition that Target came out with, and this doesn't have this back carcapice piece that's open. I would have almost thought that this is that's missing the piece, but it's not. It's not missing the piece. So very interesting. Cool. Put him on the side. Carcapice 9 is ready to steal. He's a Genestealer. Alright, so we'll open up this. I wonder if I'm going to get any more of those. 1, 2, 3. No, I don't see any more. That's interesting. I wonder if that's... Because again, I said that I got these from McFarlane. None of the other ones are like that. So I wonder if they just stuck that in there. Very interesting. Again, this is... I bought these about, I want to say, 2 years, 3 years ago. 2 years ago. On Black Friday. From the McFarlane store. And I got a really, really good price. I think they were like... it was either $3 or $4 a piece. And it was during COVID. And I just bought like as many as I thought that I would need to eventually use them to make like an army or something. Because at that point, JOYTOY hadn't come out with the Tyranids yet, right? So I was like, well, shit, I need something for my Blood Angels to fight. Because at the time I was really only collecting the Blood Angels. So yeah, so very cool. Very interesting. That's cool. Alright. Next one. Let's see. Yeah, so this Friday, tomorrow night we'll do Space Marine 2 stratagems for the week. We have to do the hard ones. And I think I was looking at the stratagems to complete. I don't think they're going to be too hard. So we'll do that tomorrow night. And then Saturday night is going to be, like I was saying before, it's going to be my first time painting and putting together minis. Even though I have a complete Grey Knight 6,000 point plus army, I had that professionally painted. So I'm happy with that, but now I'm going to actually, at Lone and Neo's insistence, I'm going to do a live stream, a paint live stream. I know I've been promising it anyway. It's not just on them. I've been promising to do that, especially because I bought the minis and I have a very tiny pile of regret that I need to get through. So, all right. Okay. And we'll get his arms on. What do we have? Oh my god. I have about almost exactly the amount that I've opened up left to do. So far we've only had one issue with the figure where the leg joint is all messed up. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with that. Man, these arms are, this upper arm is a pain in the ass. There we go. All right, we got him done, him done, him done. We'll move on to the next one. I don't know, the deal you're making about it seems fair comparison being, yeah, $3 or $4, awesome, man. Yeah. What minis you plan to paint? So I am going to paint. So I bought as a present my wife a couple of years ago. It was the Ultramarines like starter set with like some paints and stuff. So I'm gonna paint that. I also have a couple minis from near Comic-Con that the Games Workshop guys gave me. They had like a painting area, so I painted it, sort of painted one up, or at least tried to paint one up. So I'm going to use that, and then I also have some other minis also. I have the entire Sanctic set from the Grey Knights, which has the upgraded version of the NDK, the Grandmaster NDK, with the additional weapons, which are terrible in the game to use, but they look cool. And I also have a Furiosa, I have a Dante, I have an Inquisitor agent, I have another Inquisitor agent, and I think that's it. So I'm not gonna do all of those on Saturday night. We're gonna start with the Space Marines to start me down that painting journey to get, because I wouldn't say I suck, but I just don't have the practice like you guys do with painting miniatures and stuff like that. So, but yes, we'll start that on Saturday night, and then Sunday night we'll do our regularly scheduled Toy Hammer After Dark with Badass Reviews, Carlos from Badass Reviews, and Recon Rage. And this week we got some fun stuff to talk about. We have those MK3, the 7 different Legions MK3 versions that came out. And we also have the RP helm from the Dark Angels, right? I was very happy that it wasn't just another it wasn't just another Ultramarine helm made with the laurels this time of Titus. But it was a Dark Angels helm, so that was cool. But my only problem with those RP helms, the price is really good, and the quality on it seems really good. But looking at it fitting on somebody, like if I fit it on my head, it would probably come up to my chin, and then the bottom of my chin would be showing, and that kind of like defeats the whole purpose of it. So to wear it as like a cosplay item, unless you got a really small head that can suffice it, I don't think you can use it for that purpose. I think it's a nice piece if you're a Dark Angel fan or a Space Marine fan, to have that, you know, to set that up as a centerpiece for your collection. But I don't think it's something that you can wear. And the reason I say that was like because I have 2 different Grey Knight helms. I bought one which was 3D printed, and that one's tough to wear. And then I got as part of my cosplay of my Grey Knight Interceptor, I got a custom made cosplay helm, which is perfect and it fits awesomely. So if I was gonna buy one of those helms, I'll say this: if they had come out with the Dark Angels, I'm sorry, the Dark Angels. If they had not come, sorry, they had come out instead of the Dark Angels, they come out with the Blood Angels. I think I would have bought. I definitely would have purchased it. I'm sorry. If I bought this for $100, okay, right? If I bought this, the Weta helm, right? I think this is 1/25th scale or something. If I bought this for $100, then I'm definitely buying that. If they had come out with a Blood Angel helm for $40K, 100%. But I wouldn't wear it as like a cosplay item. I would just have it like in here or something like that, because I don't think that's gonna fit that well. So I'll say myself, from painting Grey Knights, dry brushing the metallic base is better than doing layers with a regular brush. Yeah, I have a lot of the Grey Knight Grey that I also purchased. So I have, well, not a lot. I have 2 little jars of it. So I have some paint to be able to do it. And what I learned from the guy who was really awesome from Games Workshop at Comic-Con, near Comic-Con this year, when he sat down and I was doing painting my first mini, was he showed me how to paint, to paint gray and then put like a blue over it, and then paint, dry brush. Did he dry brush the blue? I think you put a base of the gray, and then you dry brush the blue, and then you dry brush the gray again over it, or something like that. But it looked really cool. It didn't look exactly like the Grey Knights, but with refinement, I definitely can see how you can get to it being the color of the Grey Knights eventually. I definitely can see that. So, but that was cool. That was my first experience with painting a mini. The other thing too is I've never put together a miniature before either. So I have glue. I don't think it's going to be that hard. I think the thing that's going to be a pain in the ass is cutting off the extra sprue pieces. I can't believe your shit comes on sprues. That's insane. It's not even like that. Can you imagine if this McFarlane figure just came on sprues like the old Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle weapon racks? Oh my god, you guys, I feel bad for you. You are not treated great at all. The price, the sprue shit, it's crazy, dude. Crazy. And then the big thing is 3D printing the miniatures now. And Games Workshop going after people who are essentially printing up full or paying. You can buy the STLs for pretty much a full army. I think that one guy in Italy was getting sued by Games Workshop for that. So it's crazy, man. I feel bad for you guys with the minis. I mean, I've also bought some minis, but dude, man, you guys, whoo, you get slammed with prices for that stuff, dude. I feel bad. I hope I do not cut myself with my knife tonight, dude. I almost cut my arm just a couple seconds ago, just to get the tape off of here. Man, this would, you know what? I didn't realize if it actually was metal twist ties, I would be here all night. This stream would never end, dude. I'm actually happy that these turned out to be plastic pieces. I enjoy building them. That's cool. That's cool. The sprue is kind of part of the joy. Also can melt the sprue into goo of kit bashing. Dude, I swear to God. Dude, I think that's great. I think that's great, but that's kind of by necessity, right? Because how much you guys pay for the sprue, how much you pay for the parts, like, you're looking at that sprue, and you're like, man, that is money right there. I gotta figure a way to use that, right? 100%. Like, same thing with it would be with JOYTOY figures, right? We get I have hundreds of extra hands, okay? Hundreds of extra hands for my figures. Stands that I don't even use. Let's just talk about heads and hands, okay? No, in no world has a collector of action figures been like, you know what? That I can think of, actually. Maybe there are, but at least from my perspective, there's nobody who's been like, you know what? I'm going to melt these hands down and I'm going to mold them into something else. Maybe there are, but it's very few. It's not like the collectors of the Warhammer miniatures with melting down the sprues. I think that's awesome, but the fact that you have to do that, or that it's gotten to that level, is absolutely crazy to me. It's insane. It's insane. I give you guys a lot of credit, man. I give you guys a lot of credit. The miniatures will always be just a fun little hobby for me. It will never be the main priority of what I'm doing, just because I just grew up with action figures and everything from when I was a kid in the 80s. And so this, to me, is the most fun. Like, I love being able to open up a figure, have it articulated, and just move it around, right? That's the fun for me. For you guys, which makes complete sense, completely fine, putting something together, painting it up, and then you have this little tiny statue. That's awesome too. Absolutely. It's two sides of the same coin, I feel like. It's just your side of the coin is costing you way more than my side of the coin. And figures are like a lot more expensive now. If you look at the price of JOYTOY figures, these are not cheap figures at all. Not by any stretch of the imagination. But the fact that we can compare a JOYTOY figure, which is essentially a mini Hot Toy, to a miniature that you get in a box that's not painted, is crazy to me. It's crazy. And it's cool that you guys have fun with it, but it doesn't change the fact that, man, you guys are getting killed with the prices, man. Killed. And I get the main way that you can justify it is that it's a game piece for the game, right? So that you wouldn't be able to play the game if you didn't have, you know, these are pieces for the game per se. So from that perspective, I understand completely. But man, you guys are getting killed. You are getting killed. All right, so we got here. Let's see if I can get this arm on, and then we got 1, 2, 3. Still got about 10 more to go. Dude, there's so many like little sharp pieces on these goddamn Genestealers. I feel like I'm gonna break one of the other arms off too. It's this shoulder, man. This thing is a pain. It's this. There's a sharp piece. I showed you this before. There's a sharp goddamn piece, and I'm like I'm trying not to like stuff my finger into it, but every time I get it to go, I have to stick my finger into it, and I get stuck every time. It's like a psychological thing at this point. God damn it, I thought it went in. There we go. Alright. I think I found a better way to do it too. Alright, we got another Genestealer done. Shit, man. I thought this would go quicker. It's a good thing I like to talk. Oh my god. Don't have to, it's just fun. No, I agree. I agree with you about the sprue thing. It's definitely, you don't have to. It's just, shit, man. For how much you guys are paying for the miniatures, you might as well melt down the sprues. I'm sure that definitely doesn't cause cancer. What's up, Trevor? Those shoulder joints are definitely a pain. I know, dude. Dude, by the way, Trevor, did you see? There's, in here, look at, there's a unique sculpt. I got a unique one out of all these figures. I had never seen this before. Do you see this? This is, look, this is the standard one, which I have like 20-something of. So this is the standard figure, right? Right, with the purple on the forehead. And this is the back carapace, right? Just take a look at that, right? You can see from the side, the spines. And look at this one. right? He has his back open, and he also doesn't have the paint tap on the head. Now, the head paint tap, missing paint tap, you can say, oh, that's a factory, they forgot it. But this is definitely not, dude. This is definitely a unique sculpt. I have never seen this sculpt of this back on this Genestealer before, so that's pretty cool. Very cool. Licensed action figures, nice, very cool. I've never seen that one before either. Yeah, dude, I was shocked as well. At least I got something fun here while I'm doing all these goddamn Genestealers. And then I opened this one up before, which was the Target exclusive. And this one's cool. This has the it has the hands of the Genestealer, and then the Ymgarl one that was just the artist proof, the grayscale. Previously they came out, they colored this one up, so that one was pretty cool. That's the one that if you guys want to get a good price on, maybe they'll have more of them available, but I don't think so. I think that again, I had gotten all of these for between $3 to $5, I would say, back on Black Friday a couple of years ago through the McFarlane store. So if you guys are looking for, I'm not saying you're going to find Warhammer figures or these Genestealers, but check out McFarlane store on Black Friday, because you never know, dude. You might get something really cool for a cheap price, really cheap price. So, all right, man, it's this invisible chest thing that's holding it down. It's such a pain in the ass. But Trevor, what do you think about? Are you going to be picking up any of the MK3 figures, the MK3 armor? Well, I know you're going to pick them up. You also, I think you commented on that video. But how many? I guess the real question is, how many Ultramarine MK3 armor figures are you going to be picking up? Have you seen a lot of unlicensed action figures for Warhammer? CP, no. They could use a bit of those highlights and shading. Now, right now, they look like they only have base coats. Yeah, correct. Well, listen, I agree with you. These, especially these, the McFarlane figures, these are definitely lacking on paint apps, 100%. The difference between this figure and, say, let me grab one of my JOYTOY figures. We'll grab the Warrior. So this is the McFarlane Genestealer, right? You can definitely say McFarlane. This figure originally, I think it retailed for like 25 to 29 bucks. And again, the sculpt is great. It has a great sculpt, but the paint apps are very minimal. But then you take a look at something like this, which is the Tyranid Warrior by JOYTOY, and I mean, just holding it in your hand, you can feel the different quality. Look at the wash, and look at all the different paint apps that are on this, right? This is a high fleet Leviathan figure, 100%. But you can easily see the difference. I bought all of these just so I would have a large army of Tyranids, because I didn't feel like paying for like 50 of these or the smaller versions, which are right over here. Let's grab one of these. This one. Where's one of my favorites? This one. Or essentially like a whole bunch of these, and then these are about 20, 30. I think these are $30 a piece. So I didn't want to buy a whole bunch of these figures for that price. I bought a bunch, but I didn't want to buy 50 of these. And so that's why I wound up buying all of these. Again, this is just fodder. I'm going to make a huge diorama. I agree with you, though. The paint apps are 100% lacking, but the sculpt on this figure is awesome. Like, if you throw some paint on this, this looks awesome. To give you case in point, I had a friend of mine who is a huge Tyranid fan, and he took the grayscale of the McFarlane Ymgarl, which came out a couple of years ago. It's still available on Amazon, actually. You might be able to pick up. That's where you can pick up a whole bunch. If you buy a whole bunch of these grayscale Ymgarls, and he turned it into this. So this is awesome, awesome paint. Like he collects Tyranids. He plays the tabletop game. So he did an amazing, amazing job on this. Again, this used to look like this. All right. So this is the standard. This is the grayscale. Again, you can still get this on Amazon. And this will probably be $5 on Black Friday. So if you're interested in painting up a bunch of figures, this is definitely the one to pick up. And then again, it was turned into this. And then this was just with Citadel paints. So the paints stuck on this one, no problem. He didn't have any issue with getting the paints to work on this. So again, I agree with you though. The paint apps are definitely lacking on these Genestealers, but that's not why I bought them. I knew that the paint was lacking. And that's one of the reasons why I don't collect McFarlane figures outside of just a ton of these Genestealers, is because of that reason. Also because I think the JOYTOY figures are like mini Hot Toys. They're amazing, amazing figures. The sculpts, the paint apps, the articulation, the accessories that come with them, everything about the JOYTOY figures is amazing. All right, cool. I'm worried about pulling them out like that because I don't want to rip any joints, but I guess I can pull the chest out like that. This guy has his foot stuck on this. Okay, that's not too bad. This one I'm gonna cut. Oh, and by the way, Trevor, are you ready to play Bolt Gun 2? They should, instead of a sister, that was the perfect opportunity for them to put a Grey Knight in the game. Right? Imagine if you, either in the Vampire Saviors type of game where you can play Kadu, that should have been like Kaldor Dragor, right? Can you imagine how cool that would have been? That's what they should have done. They shouldn't have done another Ultramarine or Kadu. They should have done in that game, in the Vampire Saviors rehash game that's coming out for Warhammer, which I'm gonna play. That should have been Kaldor Dragor, dude. That would have been perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alright, let's pull this. We got 2 more hands, or 2 more arms. At least 10. I'll definitely grab a couple of Ultramarines and BAs. Yeah, that's what I thought. I've never seen any bootlegs, and I've been looking. No, I've never seen any JOYTOY bootleg figures either. Warhammers. What's up, Dentai 447? I mean, paint is there. It's just a bit of touch-ups, and they would look great. Yeah, I agree. Like I said, I think the sculpts are great on these figures. If only WOG Toys would have made a Swarm Lord Hive Tyrant head and parts to kit bash on the McFarlane Genestealers. Can you imagine that? That'd be awesome. That's a great idea. What's up, Diamond Gambino? There was my mod. Yeah, like I said, I think overall there's a purpose and a reason why I bought all these Genestealers, and I'm happy with them. Even opening them up now, like I knew what I was buying. I knew that the sculpt was not going to be comparable to the JOYTOY figures, but again, that's why I only paid, let's say a maximum of $5 per each one of these, between 3 to 5. It was somewhere between there, but I paid very little for these Genestealer figures, and I feel like I got an absolute steal with them, especially because with the Tyranids you want a swarm, and I know that the Genestealers don't really, it's not, from a gaming lore perspective, that's not their deal, but for figures, like, this is perfect. This is absolutely perfect. An easy way to get a whole bunch of figures. If you figure I paid $5 for each one of these figures, I mean, that's 20 figures, $100. So, alright, let's get his piece in there. Alright, there we go. There's another one. Almost we're halfway done? Yeah, we're more than halfway done now. Alright, this bag is starting to fill up, man. I'm gonna have to get another one. Alright. Almost done. Almost. But yeah, we got a lot of really cool games that are coming out. I'm definitely going to be playing the Vampire Savior like game for Warhammer. We're going to be playing through another playthrough of Bolt Gun, which I love, which I played through the first time. That's still on the channel if you guys want to watch the replay of that. So that was fun. And then the other game is the Owlcat, the Inquisition game, which I'm really looking forward to. That's going to be fun. I got to finish my playthrough of the Rogue Trader game by them, but the Inquisition game I'm like super hyped for. That looks really cool, and I'm really interested to be able to play an Inquisitor. I'm wondering if they're going to have any Grey Knights in there, if they're going to have any mention of them. I would assume we're going to have something. I don't think they're just going to leave them out completely. I would assume we're going to get something in there. So, but those are really the games we're looking for. Plus, we keep getting updates to Battle Sector. One update that's happening next month in December is going to be, we're going to be able to play the Black Legion. So once I finish this playthrough of this Deeds of the Fallen DLC, I'm going to go and play the Conquest mode, where you can play other factions, the Tau, Orcs, Demons, Astra Militarum they added, Blood Angels. You can play the Sisters. Who else am I missing? The Tyranids. Yeah, they have a bunch you can play, and you can play them in Conquest mode, where you're literally, I think you can either play against people or it's a live. It's like a living game mode for a little bit, where you're essentially taking over planets. So there's a lot of life to Battle Sector if you like it. And oh god, dude, the other thing is my favorite game of all time. Well, besides Space Marine 2, which I play all the time still too. But the other one is Cascade Demon Hunters. God damn, dude. I wish that the company that made that game didn't try to make that Age of Sigmar game, because essentially they didn't go out of business. I think Valrock said they went out of business. They didn't go out of business, but they stopped making Warhammer games after that failure of a Age of Sigmar game came out. I think that did not do any business for them whatsoever, and they should have just stuck to the 40k license. I don't think that they should have gone with the Age of Sigmar. There's nothing wrong with Age of Sigmar, but I don't know. JOYTOY came out also with Age of Sigmar figures this year, and just to see how good that they've sold, you can go to LT Cave. LT Cave, they only get their initial shipment of orders, and they don't order a lot after their pre-orders. So you can go there and you can still find those figures for sale. That just goes to show you how not good those Age of Sigmar figures sold. So I don't know if we're going to get any more Age of Sigmar figures. You guys think we do? I was hoping we get Skaven. I would pick up some Skaven. That would be cool. I don't think, though, we're going to get anything else for Age of Sigmar. Maybe. Actually, GT in chat, have you heard anything about what they're going to do with the license for Sigmar? Are they coming out with any more figures? I would assume that they're going to do something else, but I don't think it's going to be to the scale of the Warhammer figures, especially because that first batch of Age of Sigmar figures, which I picked up and they're okay. There's just nothing for me to attach to, right? It's not like the Warhammer figures with the different chapters. If they had come out with the old world, then that would be a different story, right? Like Matthias Thurman, the Witch Hunter, or Brunner, the Bounty Hunter. Dude, are you kidding me? If they came out with figures like that from the stories of old Warhammer Fantasy, those figures would have sold. But the Age of Sigmar stuff, I feel like it's still too new, and there isn't too much of an attachment. Like, I mean, shit, you can army build out just intercessors if you're a what am I thinking? Ravengard fan, because that's literally all we have. We have their chapter master Shriek, or actually I don't even think he's the chapter master anymore, and just intercessors, right? That's all we've gotten for the Ravengard. And Ravengard's my third favorite chapter, and I still haven't gotten I'm hoping we'll get a Horus Heresy figures sooner than later, but we've gotten nothing for the Raven Guard. But still, if you're a Raven Guard fan, a really big Raven Guard fan, you can buy a whole bunch of the Intercessor figures. But with Sigmar figures, I don't know. I feel like they kind of missed the boat with doing those type of figures. I feel like if they would have done Warhammer Fantasy, I feel like that would have been a better deal. Genestealers have swarms of mutants, so it makes sense to get a lot of conquer cities filled with millions of citizens. That's cool. Hive cities. I want to play a game of Space Hulk with those Genestealers. That would be cool. Dude, we still gotta figure somebody. I know some people have been. I've seen some YouTube videos of people playing Kill Team with JOYTOY figures, and I think McFarlane figures. But we gotta get something like that. I really need JOYTOY to step up and give us more Nids. Was thinking of picking up some Hormagaunts or on Black Friday if I can find it. Yeah, again, I have all of the JOYTOY Nids figures, and I feel like, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be more. Plus, I don't know. I feel like JOYTOY is in a safe mode right now. They've gotten their Space Marines down to like a science with how to make them. Like, they've done such a good job. And I feel, not that they're afraid, but why take the risk on something like more Nids, right? Or Orcs, or Eldar, which I know a lot of people want, when JOYTOY can be like, well, shit, all we gotta do is make more Space Marines and we're gonna make money, right? Because at the end of the day, that's what it's about for them. They might want to make some cool stuff, but I mean, shit, I don't. Again, I just don't know why they came out with Age of Sigmar figures. It must have been a Games Workshop, like, sign-on thing or something, that they had an agreement that they would make some Age of Sigmar figures, right? I don't think that was, I don't know. And the figures that they selected, I don't know. Again, you just don't, I know that they came out with a, I listened to the audiobook a couple years ago of that, and they also came out with the animation of it, but I don't know, there's just no attachment to those figures. I don't know. I feel like, again, if it would have been Warhammer Fantasy, shit, I would have been all over a Matthias Thurman the Witch Hunter. Can you imagine how cool that would have been? A Matthias Thurman the Witch Hunter figure. Apparently it's not dead. Wow. That's crazy. Nah, give me more Ultramarines. Screw you, Lone. There's lots wrong with AOS, starting with it not being 40k. Oh, we're gonna get those, Lone, don't worry. Yeah, I know. But no hope on it coming out this year, most likely. Yeah, that's what I figured, for next year. No more Ultramarines, too many. 100% I agree with you. If AOS does come back, at least do the rats or some of the Khorne Nurgle units. Absolutely, like I was saying before, I hope that we get, I was hoping we get Skaven, right? Skaven would be really cool because there's a tie to the old world fantasy, and aren't we supposed to get, isn't there like a rumor of like Skaven, like space rats or something? Like, we haven't gotten that yet, but that would be really cool in Warhammer 40k. Chaos Demons work for both things. Absolutely. Can you imagine? Actually, that's a great idea. If they came out with demons, you can do it on, like, they could be interchangeable between both settings. Easily. Shit, I would buy a ton of demons. I mean, hell, I have Diablo over here, right? Just because I have no other demon figures. I have the dude from Ragnarok up there. Did he fall? No, he didn't fall. But absolutely, like, if they came out with demon figures, that would be the right call for Age of Sigmar. Call it Age of Sigmar demon figures, and I guarantee you those things would sell. I would 100% buy all of the figures, and probably multiples of certain ones. Can you imagine a greater demon or something? God damn, that would be cool. That would be really cool. Now I have something that I want, GT. Give me the Hammer Monks for Warhammer Fantasy. More Ultramarines. Stop saying that, Lone. Bigger Nids would have been hot sellers. Absolutely. I'm sure their Nids sold well. They had to immediately run them again after the initial drop. I would have bought a Can you imagine a Carnifex? Yeah, Carnifex would be amazing. Or Hive Tyrant. Hell yeah, Matthias and MK3 BKF, dude. Space Marine Skaven. That's what I'm saying. Like, can you imagine if they came out with actual, like, demons in Age of Sigmar? That'd be crazy. That'd be awesome. Skaven, absolutely. And then the other thing with the comment, Trevor, you said about the Tyranids, the initial shipment definitely did sell well, but then they came out with the second run of it because of Space Marine 2. And if you look on their website, they actually list the Tyranids when you search Space Marine 2. The Tyranids are listed under Space Marine 2. So those go hand in hand. That's why they did that re-release of the Tyranids and some of the newer models too that they had come out with. So I swear to God, I hate these things. Dude, I keep jamming my thumb into this shoulder piece that's sharp as shit. Oh my God. I just keep blasting my hand on that. All right, we got 5 more to go. Let's see if we can bang this out in the next. Holy shit, it's 1:30. Well, I started this a little bit late, so it's actually I've only been doing the stream for about 2 hours, so this is definitely going to be my longest stream like this, just because I'm trying to get through all of these. I figure, what, 2 o'clock? I think I can get through the next 5 figures by 2 o'clock. And then what we'll do is we'll throw all the Tyranids into one spot for the Tyranid pile or the Genestealer pile, and then we'll call it a night from there. All right. But what do you guys want to see? So we know that I would assume Night Lords are going to be coming sometime early next year. I think we're going to get Night Lords, 40k Night Lords too. I don't think we're going to get Horus Heresy Night Lords. So I think Night Lords are coming. Conrad Kurz is coming, I think. Right? We're going to get the Night Lords. We'll get their Primarch or their Demon Primarch. And then what do you think is going to be the next Horus Heresy release? Do you think that we'll get... do you think we'll get the Salamanders? Do you think we'll get the Saturine Dreadnoughts? Do you think that's what our next thing for Horus Heresy is going to be? Or do you think we'll get... God damn. Or do you think we're going to get White Scars, right? With their Primarch. That could be interesting too for Horus Heresy. Or, here's a really cool idea. Let's do Raven Guard. Let's do Raven Guard for 30k. That would be awesome. I think right now, we're definitely going to get the Salamanders if we're going to get a Loyalist chapter next. I think it's going to be Salamanders. I think Salamanders is a good bet for the next one. I think White Scars would be a good bet too. And I think probably third, bringing up the trail is bring up the back is Raven Guard. We got Iron Hands for 40k. We got Raven Guard for 40k. We got Salamanders for 40k. We got White Scars for 40k. So really, what Loyalist chapter have we not gotten in either 40k or Horus Heresy? Let me know. Remind me, what chapter have we not gotten for either or? Like, what representation have we not gotten? Can't think of any. Night Lords just willing it into existence. Peace out, everybody. Later, Failing. By the way, if you have not subscribed to Failing Upwards, he makes some awesome Warhammer JOYTOY content. And also McFarlane. You have some McFarlane reviews on there too. And some figures and stuff like that. He makes some awesome music, so... Salamanders have only 2 units, Fire Drakes, and Pyroclast. Yeah, White Scars, so we could finally get proper MK2 armor. That'd be cool. Sevatar, that'd be cool. Later. There's a pile of G7 with looking at the pile of Genestealers. Wasn't this a level in Space Marine 2? Yeah. You know, the other thing too about Space Marine 2 that we haven't gotten, which is crazy, is we haven't gotten Thousand Sun Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 figures, right? We've gotten this one went on okay. We've gotten Thousand Sun Horse Heresy figures, which is by far the the better looking armor, especially the colors. But we haven't gotten Thousand Sun JOYTOY Space Marine 2 figures, which is kind of crazy considering what we've gotten. We've gotten so many Space Marine figures, and we've gotten Tyranids for the standard 40k line, and also you can add them into the Space Marine line. But we haven't gotten any 40k or Space Marine 2 Thousand Suns, especially the super annoying Terminators with the missile spam. Those things would sell. Those would absolutely sell. And then there's rumors we're going to get the secret level figures soon, sooner than later. So we got some fun stuff on the horizon. Again, I'm just surprised that we haven't gotten any oh man, this went on okay. We haven't gotten any Thousand Sun in their bluish 40k armor, right? I'm very surprised for that. Maybe they'll do, maybe when they come out with the demon, maybe they're waiting for the Demon Primarch when they come out with Magnus as Demon Primarch. Maybe that's what they're waiting for. Maybe. Wraith, have you seen the hammers the Fire Drakes carry? It's like a marble design. I wonder how JT would do that. No, I haven't. You have to put, or actually, I'll probably Google it or throw a picture in the Discord chat, and I'll take a look at it and I'll say, because I don't think I've seen those. Maybe I've seen them, but I don't. It doesn't ring a bell. Oh, by the way, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I forget to do this on these mobile streams and say that. And then I go back and I look at the mobile streams, and there's like 5 likes on like a 2-hour stream that I had like over a couple thousand views on. So if you guys like this content, please like and subscribe. All right, we're down to 4 left. What do we got? 130. I'm going to try to get this done quick. So we only got a couple more to go. We got one which was damaged already. And then we got one surprise one, which is pretty cool. We got this weird cartridge looking figure. Oh, that stuff is falling all over the place. Alright. Man, this bag. Dude, look at this. This was empty before I started. This is all the box pieces from the these Genestealers, dude. Oh my god, you can't even see me opening the size of the pile. Oh my god. And I still, you know what's so funny is this, these are not the only Genestealers I have. I have a whole bunch of ones that I opened up previously. So, oh, there goes his arm. Da, da, da. Da, da, da. Where are you? Here you are. There we go. Alright. Can I get this foot off? Got it off. I have to go get the arm. Hold on a second. Where did the arm go? There we go. Dude, I don't even know if I can get this bag out. Oh my god, there's the arm. Let's see if I can get this bag over here. Dude, the bag can barely fit out my entrance to this area. That's hysterical. Oh my god. I have a lot of these Genestealers, that's for sure. Oh my god. Alright, almost done. Almost done, guys, I promise. Alright, so we got the arm. This is going to be fun. I'm just going to grab all of my Tyranids that I have. I'm sorry, not all the Tyranids, all the Genestealer figures that I have, period, and just throw them onto a pile at the end of the stream. Oh my god. I hate this arm, dude. Once I'm done with this, I'm so happy that I'll never have to freaking put this arm into this socket. I've been getting stuck all night on that one point. All right. Got through this one. Got 3 more to go. Dude. Oh my god. Almost done. Almost done. Let's see. So we had a factory defected leg. We had a special edition figure. We had the Target exclusive edition, which I knew. And then we got a surprise different. I've never seen that version of the Genestealer. There's definitely a different sculpt on the back. And then I also had a one of my lights blew. So this has been an interesting stream. And then I've been getting stuck in the hand constantly from this stupid this one stupid point on where the arms go into. We have to stick this into the box. We only got 3 more, so it's not too bad. We got 3 boxes to go. You can't even see me put the parts back on the figures. Night Lords is willing into existence. If Batman was a bad guy. No, he was a bad guy. He ended crime on the Salamander's the only 2. Oh, okay. I thought that was Korax. I would make 80% of the sales alone. Yeah, the Nightham. Loan. You'd be on Discord and be like, guys, I think I made a mistake. I bought 100. No, I bought 100 Thousand Sun figures of the Terminators. I could definitely see you going all out on those. How many? Lone, you have all these 30K? Excuse me. Do you have all the 30K figures that came out for the Thousand Suns? I think you do, right? Alright, so we got these out. Almost done with this. One arm. One arm. Come on. Yeah, cut the arm. Yeah, cut the arm a little bit. What are you gonna do? He's a Genestealer. Okay. Now I'm just getting impatient. I want this to be over with. I'm glad I wound up doing it like this, because I was gonna do this stream, and then I was gonna do the Ball Predator tank when I get them at the same time. That would have been a huge mistake, because that would have been like a 4-hour stream. That would definitely not have been a good idea. Alright, this is plugged in. Plugged in. Yes. 2 more. 2 left to go. Oh, come on. Get in there. Alright, 2 more to go, and then we're done. Jesus, I don't even have another bag. God damn it. We'll just have to throw this over here on the side for now. Whoa! Alright. 2 more to go, and then we're done. Mount Genestealer could be a diorama all by itself. It's getting close to that. I'm actually pretty... I'm not going to say it. Well, I'm going to say it now because we only got 2 more figures left to go. I'm actually surprised that I've not cut myself during this entire unboxing. Oh my god, I almost cut myself. So I'm pretty happy about that. Alright, we got 2 left. 2 left. God damn it, man. I swear to God, I'm never doing anything like this again. This is an unbelievable pain in the ass. This is not as bad as it could have been if these were, oh God, if these were metal, if these were the metal twist ties that they've had on some of their early figures, which I thought these were going to have, I would have only done about 7 figures and then I would have called it a night. I would definitely have not had tried to do all of these figures. Absolutely not. This would have taken forever if I'd done that. Alright, so let's do, see if I can pull you out. I can't pull you out. Cut this. I'm now a professional McFarlane unboxer. That's going to be my official new title I'm going to add to myself. Alright. Oh, almost done. Almost done. And this one is regular as well. No more special figures. Yeah, the next one also is going to be the same one. Just a standard figure, no special things to it. Alright. Let's hopefully I can get this on with no problem. No more legs. So only one leg issue tonight. We've opened, this is what, 19? Almost 20. So this one more figure will be 20 we've opened up tonight. Let's see if I can get this on. Got it. God damn it, dude. I keep sticking my hand with this freaking shoulder part. God damn it, dude. Every time. Alright. Dude, this thing is getting high. Alright, we got that one done. Definitely gonna have to vacuum in here tomorrow. All these extra little plastic pieces. Alright, we'll leave you here. And then I'll vacuum tomorrow. Last one. Last one. Last figure of this stream. Last one. Alright. I am going to enjoy having this completed. I want to say thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight as I did this. So, and like I said, we have, I think, Lone, it's going to be up to you and Neo if you want to do that contest. I haven't heard either way if you guys want to do that. I am proposing a painting contest between Lone and Neo, where I will purchase and have sent to their house a artist-proof Ymgarl Genestealer, which I showed you before, which is that grayscale figure. And then you guys can paint them up, take pictures, and then post them on the Discord. And then whoever wins, I'll put them on. I'll put them on my YouTube channel for a YouTube post. We'll do an image poll or something, and then the winner. We won't say who it is. That's the thing. We won't say who painted what. You guys will just send me the pictures, and then I'll just put the pictures up, and then we'll have you guys all judge and vote, or we'll have you vote on it, and then whichever one wins. And then Lone, you don't have to do High Fleet Leviathan. You can do a different High Fleet if you want, because I know you like doing. What's the red? What's the red and black? What is the one that you do? What is that fleet called? I'm not up on my Tyranid lore like I am my Grey Knights. What is that lore? What is that High Fleet called? Is it Beamoth? I'll do it. No mercy. Oh, cool. Beamoth. Yes, I thought so. I thought so. Look at that. I knew some Tyranid lore. Look at that. See, I'm not just a Grey Knight goody two-shoes boy and an Inquisition. Knower of all awesomeness about the Inquisition. Actually, I don't know a lot. I know an okay amount. It's really the Grey Knights that I know a lot about, because I love the Grey Knights. Alright, almost done. This is the last one. I'm not even going to put them over on the side. Hopefully, where is the arm? Did I take the arm out? I swear to God. Where did I just put the arm? We got one arm. Not take the other arm out? Where did the other arm go? No! I was so close. Where's the other arm? Did it fall? Well, in the meantime, we'll stick this arm on. I'll see if I can find the other arm. Did he not come with a second arm? I thought I took two arms out. No, it's definitely somewhere here. Oh, it's right here. It was trying to hide. It was trying to hide under the pyramid of, or the mountain. It looks like a pyramid, actually. The mountain of Genestealers. Oh my God. It had to get me. At the end, it had to get me, dude. I got a hole in my finger now. Alright, so last one. So we got through 20 Genestealers tonight. I think I have more. I gotta see if I thought I got more than this. But here is the final one. This is the special one. Right, so we got two special ones. These were all the standard ones below it. And then this was the Target exclusive one. Right, this is, he came with an extra set of hands. He came with those bladed hands. This figure was originally only a grayscale, and they painted him up. They did a great job. A lot of extra paint, a lot of extra wash on this figure. And then this one, it was just a regular Genestealer, but aha, he's not a regular Genestealer. He's got a weird ass carapace on the back. And then someone in the chat was saying before they believe that this is the, I think it was shit, who was saying that before? I forgot who said that. But somebody was saying this is the old Space Hulk body. So apparently I think that this came from the McFarlane store. So, or McFarlane. So maybe this was an early concept of this that went out, because I've never, and I have a lot of these Genestealer figures, I've never gotten any with the sculpt like this. So again, very cool. Very cool. So again, this is the pile of Tyranids. Let me grab my other ones that I also have. We'll throw them all into here. Oh my God, everything. How high can I get this without this falling over? We'll throw the grayscale here. Oh my God, as everything is about to fall. And then, so many. Oh God, 1, 2, 3. We have another 5 more to go on here. We'll stick him here. We'll stick him there. And then we got these 2 more. And then, oh man, that was close. Let's try to get them. I don't know. I don't know if this is gonna work. Let's see. I think they need more on the base on the bottom. Dude, I got, what do we got? We got one more. We got one more. Can we get him on the top without falling over? There we go. That is, I think that's 30 Genestealers. I think that's 30. That's 30 Genestealers. Yep, that's 30 Genestealers. Let me take it off the mount and we'll get a nice clear shot of this. So, there we go. Swing it around. There it is. There is the pile of that actually looks pretty good. That's not too bad. You jinxed it. Got to get the super action stuff, bloody crate, so you can now pop some blood effects onto missing broken arm. That'd be cool. It's the platinum edition. Whoa, is the paint defect one? The white one is the back one. Yeah, correct. Crazy. There we go. There's a full pile of McFarlane Genestealers. So, yeah. Alright, so this is all completed. We have, I'll change out this diorama, which has my JOYTOY figures. Oh my God, there's a massive pile. Tell me about it. And then this is going to be changed out. We're going to change this sand all to red. And then the backdrop is going to be changed. I'm going to put a kind of like a Mars type of background, but it's going to look like essentially like the planet of Baal. But we'll swap this out. And again, I have all these JOYTOY Tyranids, and then we have our huge pile of Tyranids, a huge pile of Genestealers. So yeah, that'll be fun. So, and again, guys, so the collection wall is coming along pretty good. Pretty good. It's not too bad. So, all right, guys. I don't know what's going on with my camera. Camera's looking a little bit weird, but all right, guys. Overall, that was fun. That was pretty cool. And again, guys, if you like this content, please like and subscribe. I'll be back on tomorrow night. We're going to do some Space Marine 2 streaming. And then Saturday, we're going to do my first painting stream. And you guys can laugh at me as I am being a horrible painter. So, all right, guys. I'm Wraith. I'm out. Thank you, guys. Later.